Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jew Jets Show. And the Jets lose back-to-back games for the first time this season. So let's go ahead and talk about the good and the bad from today's loss. The New York Jets definitely had a chance to win this, and it honestly boils down to a few reasons to why we lost. The first factor was definitely the Jets' offensive line performance. I mean, while Mike White and Joe Flacco got sacked 4 times combined today, the number should have been way higher. I mean, the Jets' offensive line probably allowed like 20 pressures. I mean, they just did not play good football today. And because they were allowing so many pressures, Mike White actually got hurt in this game. Not once, but twice. Both shots to the ribs got the wind knocked out of him. Tony Romo was saying he could have potentially broke his ribs, and who knows how serious the injury was. Of course, Mike White was able to return in the game, but because of the offensive line playing so bad, it caused our starting quarterback, and maybe even franchise quarterback, to leave the game with an injury. And because of his injury, while he did come back, he did not look 100% in that game. He was playing hurt. He didn't look like himself, and because of that, Mike White was missing throws. He wasn't making the best plays, and the offensive line was just a huge factor for the Jets in this game. Another reason was just Michael Carter. I mean, he had a costly fumble for the New York Jets. We were driving. We were deep into Bills territory. I want to say we were in the red zone. If we weren't in the red zone, we were about to be in the red zone. Looked like we were about to put points on the board, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. This was just right after we got the safety, and the next thing you know, Michael Carter fumbles the ball after he gets a first down, and Michael Carter played horrible today. He had 5 carries for 5 yards. You want to know how his longest run of the day was? 5 yards. So we pretty much had 0 yards and negative yards on the rest of his 5 carries. That's absolutely horrible and things you do not want to see from a running back that's supposed to be the starter. I mean, undrafted free agent Zonovan Knight in his 3rd ever NFL game looked fantastic. 71 yards. First NFL touchdown. I don't know why we didn't just give him the ball pretty much every single time we wanted to run it, because Michael Carter looked horrible today. And because of his fumble, the New York Jets lost this football game. I mean, who knows what the Jets could have done if we put points on the board right there. I mean, Michael Carter doesn't fumble the ball. The New York Jets go down, score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion. That's a 20-17 game. The Jets then go ahead and get the stop, drive down, kick the field goal. It's a tied football game. So Michael Carter fumble just changed so much for the New York Jets in this game. And then I forgot to mention when talk about White's injury, but when Mike White left the game, we had to put in Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was not a good quarterback anymore, and he actually fumbled the ball, which led to Buffalo Bills points. I mean, the offensive line just killed the New York Jets today. They shot themselves in the foot. Defense played fantastic today. They gave us every opportunity to win this football game. I mean, Josh Allen might have played his worst game this season statistically wise. I mean, only 147 passing yards and for 1 touchdown, but still 147 passing yards, held to under 150 yards. That's absolutely insane. Stefon Diggs wasn't even the Bills' leading receiver today. He had 3 catches for 37 yards. That's very unfamiliar territory for Stefon Diggs. I mean, the New York Jets did a great job of stopping this Buffalo Bills offense in general. I mean, Josh Allen, I thought him running the football was going to be a factor for the Jets defense in this game. He only finished the day with 47 yards. He did have a touchdown, but still only 47 yards on the ground of Josh Allen is impressive. So, I mean, the New York Jets defense did a fantastic job today. It's just the Jets offensive line and Michael Carter had to ruin things for the Jets offense in this game. I mean, if Mike White was 100% in this game, I believe he could have drove the Jets down and we could have scored some points late. I mean, if he didn't get hurt on the drive where Joe Flacco had to come in and fumble, the Jets probably were putting points on the board right there because we had a lot of momentum going. So the Jets offensive line really screwed things up for the Jets in this game. And then, of course, Michael Carter fumbling the ball. I mean, this was definitely a game the Jets could have won. Just a few things happened to us, and it just really wasn't great. And the special teams, while we did have a block punt, which resulted in a safety, stopping the Buffalo Bills' Nyheim Hines from returning the ball on punts, we didn't do a great job at all. I mean, he put the Buffalo Bills in great field position pretty much every single time he touched the football on a punt return. And Braden Mann, I mean, this was not the dude we thought we'd getting whenever we drafted him back in 2020. But what are you guys' thoughts on the game? Next week we play the Detroit Lions, who upset the Minnesota Vikings today, beating them by 11 points, 34-23. So, I mean, could they potentially upset the Jets next week? Let's hope not, but I mean, who knows? But that's it for today's video. Let me guys know what you thought of it down below, and I'm your host, Jet, signing off for now. So, guys, later. Peace.